Good evening. Don't mind the wardrobe. Practicality of life. Tonight I was fixing a pot. Now I remember reading about this thing years ago, which is basically apparently this tradition that Japanese have when a pot breaks, they basically put it back together and they fill the cracks with gold leaf. I don't have any gold leaf, but I had some cheapo acrylic gold paint. I think it's technically shimmer paint from Hobbycraft, one and only. And I glued this back together. Now, admittedly, my fingers after the fact looked like dinosaur skin or lizard skin because the glue had absolutely covered my fingerprints. And if I was unfortunate enough to have a mobile phone that required me to use my fingerprints to open it, there's absolutely fucking no chance I would have been able to take a phone call. Luckily, I don't have that. What I was saying, what I am saying, in my classically long-winded sense, when I make a video once every noon or wherever it is this. This pot has sat in a bag in my room over there for about a year. I went to Japan about a year ago, and I put this pot in my suitcase. I know, bold fucking move. And when I got back home, it was in. I'm not going to count them, but it was in a lot of bits. And it just kind of sat there, and I thought about it, and then recently I made a list of things that I wanted to kind of tick off this year, but it's not. This isn't a video about resolutions or doing things like that. It's something much simpler, and I think much more important than resolutions or that kind of wording. What I wanted to say, and this is perhaps a little bit biased in this fact because, well, before I became an engineer, I was a hilarious statement. I'm sat here doing a pot thing and making a video about doing the pot thing, and I'm like, oh, before I was an engineer, I strip and assemble big gas turbines for a living. That's what I do. And before that, I was a bike mechanic. The point is, just because something's broken doesn't mean it can't be fixed. God, that only took me 2 minutes and 36 seconds. And I say this perhaps not just physically with like this pretty pot that's coming together. This pretty pot that's coming together, but emotionally as well. You know, I think part of me left this pot broken for a little while. Because I didn't really want to touch it because Japan had a lot of beautiful memories for me, but it was a trip that was also the end of a long and very significant rewind relationship in my life. And I think for me, the broken pot just kind of it sat there and it almost kind of haunted me a little bit. But I just decided, you know what, I'm going to make something as beautiful as I can with this, and I decided to fix it. Like that, it's coming back together. It's actually like looking me bad. I've not done the inside yet, but it's getting there. And you know what? I kind of love this pot. I loved this pot when I bought it, and I was really quite sad when it broke. When I discovered it was broken, and I just kind of left it. But you know, I think we've reached a point, and I don't just mean from an environmental point, but I think socially, from a society point of view, if we always just are in the habit of replacing things when they break as opposed to making any attempt whatsoever to fix something because it's a slight inconvenience or it might be a little bit difficult or God forbid we have to learn a new skill in order to fix the thing, then we just get rid of it because oftentimes it's cheaper, it's more efficient from a time standpoint. I don't need this bowl. Like it's not going to be, it's going to be a decorative bowl. It's going to sit on my shelf and maybe I'll put keys in it or something. Or maybe I'll put a wee liner in it, I'll put a plant in it. I don't know. But I wanted to fix it because it can be fixed and because it would be unnecessary and it would hurt a part of me inside to just throw it away when I know that it can be fixed. And maybe I'm just too much of a mechanic, too much of a man. I just like to fix things. I just like to solve problems. But I think that there's a real value in teaching yourself to fix things that can be fixed. Some things can't be, and that's important too, is understanding, that there are limits of spanners and paintbrushes and super glue and therapy. There are limits, and some things are maybe just broken and are beyond the point of repair, and you need to accept that, and that's okay. But you will never know if you don't at least make an effort. Because I think if you never make the effort to fix things that can be fixed, both in the material world and whether it's relationships or situations or whatever it may be, never make that effort to fix those things in that regard, and you're never even doing the easy version of it. So you're kind of, in a way, I think, training yourself that you're a person that doesn't know how to fix things, doesn't know how to make things better, doesn't know how to solve problems. Because fixing things really is nothing more glorious than deciding that you've decided to disagree with reality a little bit and try to bend it to your will, make the thing do what you want it to do. And I'm going to shut up now because I was getting to 6 minutes and you guys aren't going to watch this if it's much longer. But basically, if things are broken, try fix them before you just card them. Because fuck, you can often bring things back from way further than you thought you could. Have a nice night.